hypocrites, these counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Needlessly bleeding resources, alright. Turn a blind eye if it means they pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in the fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers. Oh, brain, 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 brain. Just don't make us that way. I am no surprise to distorted lies. Poison in the veins. We'll be back on the blame, 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 blame. It's easy just to blame. Good point to misrepresent ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game.
What's happening, guys? There we go. Big me. What is going on with this? Should be linked. Why are we not linked? Link scenes. Every time I get on here now, I'm like, oh, I gotta do stuff. Oops. Nope, back here. Back here. Stream. Okay. Big me. Stream? Big me. There we go. Now it's working. Every time. Every time! What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing today? I saw a video that said that Iran is talking about taking out Barron and Melania. I don't know if is that fake news? Is it AI? You never know nowadays. You never know. I've done some stuff with my stream. And I don't think it's gonna lag. I think I fixed it. But I also might not have. I've also got a bunch of internet stuff coming. I've got myself a mesh. And I've got myself some new cables. And a new switch unit as well. So I'm pretty excited. Oh, buffering. And buffering. Yeah, I saw that video about Iran and I was like, we need to watch something on that. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's see if this is there it goes. Okay. That's what it should be doing instead of completely dropping now. It should just buffer a little bit. Oh, everything froze. There we go. Pushing the buttons. Where's Pamela at? Might be my computer. Computer might not be able to handle this anymore. But everything's too expensive now to buy anything. I don't think I can afford. There probably is no issue. It's probably on my end, Boku. Because I'm looking at my OBS and it says there's no drop frames or anything like that. So it's probably just, I think my computer is outdated enough now that I really need to upgrade some things. But to be honest with you, it's so goddamn expensive to upgrade things nowadays that I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to need to start a GoFundMe page just to fucking upgrade my computer for streaming. Speaking of, I don't know how many of you guys use the Discord server. Not very many. Almost nobody. One server farm per Chrome tab. Yeah. I don't know how many of you guys use the Discord, but I recently have talked about deleting the Discord because for those of you that don't know, a while ago my daughter got scammed. And she got her handle hacked, and certain people were receiving messages from people that had stolen the identity, you know, just made fake handles with people's names and were sending it to it. So it's been kind of a pain in the ass. Nobody really uses it. So I've been thinking about deleting that. So if you are on Discord or on my Discord and you want to be able to keep a hold of me, you can always send me a friend request. Unlike the rest of these really popular streamers out there, I can still talk to people. So you can always friend me on the Discord if you're concerned about having contact with me. If not, no big deal. But I do think that we're probably gonna get rid of that server because I need to, like, I still get people that are, you know, receiving shit from that stuff, and I don't know. I just don't. It just seems like too big of a pain in the ass for something that really just doesn't get used very often. So probably gonna shut the Discord down. I might make a new one. Yeah. Also, I don't really like Discord very much, to be honest with you. They're kind of douchebags. Discord thinks you're a robot. Do they think you're Nightbot? Mike, we know you're a mechanic. Close enough to a robot. Anyways, I might start a new one. But if I do, it's just I don't do very much on Discord. I'm not a social media person. This is why I'm terrible at this whole job. I don't like social media. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at being in contact with people that are in my normal life. It's hard enough for me to stay in contact with people that like I normally talk to, much less anybody else. So yeah. Anyways, probably gonna get rid of the Discord at some point. So I'll give people time to, if you want to send me a friend request or something like that, feel free. Is this far enough? No, the other way. Other way. Okay, there we go. There we go. Yeah, so if you want to send me a friend request on Discord, feel free. Anyways, yeah, I saw some videos that I wanted to watch. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen the Alan Richtson. Is that how you say his name? The guy from Reacher. His videos already, but I wanted to watch them because I haven't watched a bunch of them. And I also wanted to watch the video where allegedly Iran has made a video saying that they're going to take out Barron and Melania. And I did find a video from that, but it's a weird reporting news. So I don't know. I don't know if it's fake news. I don't know if it's AI. Who is Thad Ketcher? I don't know who Thad Ketcher is. Is that Reacher? Anyways. So yeah, I thought we'd get on here. Plus we'll watch a 22 minutes video. Okay? We'll watch this hour has 22 minutes video to make all the Canadians happy. Because they deserve it. You know why? Because the Canadians are the only people still standing by us. I mean, they're not really anymore. They're kind of like, you guys should go figure your own shit out. But also, at the same time, they're kind of like hanging out and being like, we'd really like you guys to come back to sanity. So, I'm always trying to keep my Canadians happy. I appreciate them. I appreciate them a lot. They deal with a lot. Right now, we're like that next door neighbor that just like plays really loud music at like 3 a.m. and like there's like crackheads in our front yard all the time. There's like a broken car on the lawn, and like, you know, you're like fist fighting with your sister in the driveway every Thursday. That's what it kind of feels like to be America right now. And I feel so bad for the Canadians out there. So we've got to continue to keep whatever relationships that we have for when he eats his last cheeseburger. Guys, we got to do our best. We are the Crazy X. Yes. Dave, you guys are cool, and I am so sorry. I was just saying this the other day. First of all, let's just talk about this real quick. First of all, can we just admit that we lost? Not the Iranian war. We've won the Iranian war 46 times now, guys. We're the best. 46 time Iranian champion. America, fuck yeah. Yep. Never lost, brother. Never lost. But we lost everything else. The Chinese at this point have like literally won everything. Anybody that's paying any attention at all to what China is doing and how they cut their reserves in half, if you don't know enough about this subject, you should watch a video. I think it's called "How China Secretly Saved America." I believe that's what it's called. And that video is really good for multiple reasons. But one of the things that I think that it doesn't discuss, but I think if you pay attention to a bunch of other things, if you don't know, there's a bunch of reefs that China had built these bases on and stuff. And people have kind of like, coral reefs, by the way, have been like, why would you build bases on those? Like, if they get bombed, they would just, go straight into the ocean. There's a lot of really tactical stuff that China has done, specific surrounding what is their Strait of Hormuz, and that is the strait between Taiwan and China's coast. China has checkmated America at this point. Like, every time I think about it, I'm like, the game is over. We have been checkmated. China has won this, and they're unlike Trump or Bush Jr., they don't need a mission accomplished banner to tell everybody. They're just quietly sitting over there just soaking in the glory because at one point or another, they're going to take Taiwan. We don't have the munitions to do anything about it. We're wasting all of our time in Iran. They're bringing in soft power and good faith capital like never before. The petrodollar is dead. Like, there is so much to this. If you don't know this, China, I'm saying this a lot, if you don't know this, China has an EV right now. I believe it's called a Seagull, BYD Seagull, and it sells for about $8,000 American. And it's a fucking amazing car, and it's illegal to have it in America, or not illegal. You cannot import it into America. They sell them in Mexico. You can't register it, I believe, in America. The car itself, for an $8,000, it's like a smart car, but the guy who designed it designs Lamborghinis. So the car itself is really nice. It's super smooth. It's $8,000. So they're beating us in EVs. They just released Kim K, their AI, which is as good, if not better, than Anthropic and ChatGPT at a third of the cost. They've now shown that they can cut their oil production in half, or oil use in half, and still survive with no problem. In fact, when it came time to buy oil, when it was at $68, they didn't purchase any to replenish their reserves. It's checkmate, brother. It's over. As a streamer, you could buy one and have it registered as show and display. Dude, I need to do that. What's up, Tinkerbell? What's happening, Denny? I don't. Maybe I need to make a video then, Boku. Good call. Good call, Boku, because they're sweet. We've lost. That's what it feels like. Like, I don't know what we lost, because I don't think that I remember being a part of any competition. But whatever this is, we're losing at it. We're literally fighting a war in Iran that we've lost over and over and over again. Israel has Donald Trump by his little pee-pee. There's no winning in this, and the whole time China is just literally just sitting back and watching America make mistake after mistake to, what was it? It was, before this, it was BRICS, right? It was Brazil, Iran, Russia, and China, right? And everybody was like, oh, they're taking over, they're doing this. Like, that was what, 5-6 years ago that people were talking about that? And they don't realize since then, all America has done is push their allies away from them. So Canada hates us, the UK hates us, Australia hates us, New Zealand hates us. And then even the assholes of the world, the Russias, the Chinas, the Irans, they hate us. So there is nowhere for America to turn to. It's checkmate. It's over. And I don't think that that's a bad thing, to be honest. I think when you look at older countries like Europe, when you look at China, you look at Japan, you look at these older countries, there's more humility to these countries. Like, they've been through this shit before. They've lost a war or two. They realize that, like, not being number one is not the end of the road, right? Like, they're much more humble countries. And to be honest, it feels as though this is something that needs to happen for America's growth. It feels like America needs to drop down to 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th place to feel the repercussions of electing a moron like Donald Trump to the highest office in the nation. It feels like America needed to lose the AI race, to lose the war multiple times in Iran, because to find that humility, to have some introspection, to self-analyze and think about your mistakes, you need a little time where you're not pushing the number one space. You need to take a step back and look at yourself. France did it with Napoleon. The British did it forever until, what was it, the Panama, the Panama whatever, where they lost being the reserve currency. China's, come and gone multiple times. Russia's had its moment. This was America's time to get knocked down in the first round twice, right? And I don't think we get back up and win this fight. I don't think we're coming back in the championship rounds. I think that when this is all said and done, whether it's Donald Trump or somebody else, the rest of the world's going to go, that's your place. Go sit in your seat. The adults are talking. And you know what? We fucking deserved it. We fucking deserved it. We need to get our ass handed us. Needed that for a long time. Exactly, pants off. It seems as though we did. That's how it feels right now. And like I said, it doesn't feel bad to me. I mean, it feels bad. Donald Trump being the president does not feel good. And the economic harm that is going to cause within our country, that doesn't feel great either. But it doesn't feel bad. It feels bad in the way of learning. It feels like this is very important to this country, that it goes through this kind of bad period, and as long as at the end of the day, common sense and logic, critical thinking can make its way back into our society, and people can stop with all this bullshit, that this can be a learning experience for America, and we can grow from it. I said this before, being 250 years old as a country is like being a 13-year-old. We're going through puberty, we're learning about things, we're getting rejected every once in a while, and that's important. I've said this about the young men in our culture multiple times. I go, I've seen these stories of the young dudes on the internet that become, incels that say oh, I was rejected by this girl and I'll hate women for the rest of my life. And I'm like, brother, rejection's a part of life. You get rejected by women, you get rejected by jobs, you get rejected by opportunities, rejected by the stock market every once in a while. That's just learning and growing and living. If I didn't get turned down multiple times as a young man, I wouldn't have known how to approach the woman that eventually became my wife that, 24 years later, 25 now, I'm still with. You get, given up after the first failure. That's the real failure. What's happening, Kelly? Speaking of my Canadians. Pinkerbell, got to get that ass whooped every now and then to keep you humble. Exactly. Yeah, when Stinky gets knocked down, he gonna have a broken hip. They gotta put him down like a horse. He is pretty lame. Speaking of getting knocked down, I don't know if you guys saw these Alan Richtson videos, but Richtson, not Richtson, right? Richtson, Reacher, the guy who plays Reacher. But he has recently been one of my favorite people. He handed that dude that was talking shit to him and about him and his kids riding his motorcycle, handed that dude his ass, all right? And now he's handing Donald Trump his ass. So Alan Richtson has been going on these podcasts and openly talking about Donald Trump and what he thinks about Donald Trump. And let's watch a couple of these because they're pretty amazing. Am I old enough for that? 22 is when I first started dating my wife. So I'm 40, almost 47 now. This is Alan Richtson. I don't know which one this is. There's two of them. So we're going to watch both of them. So let's just watch both of them and then we'll comment on them. But this is Alan Richtson talking about Donald Trump.
Look at the politics that we deal with right now. Like the White House is in ruins. A fucking UFC cage on the lawn. And you just do it. You just fucking do it. And nobody says anything. And no consequences. Nobody asked. It wasn't done legally. There's no plan in place. Now you're asking for money to create society. It's like, What are we doing? And there's no consequences. And so so like I'm just supposed to let go of my resentment that this fucking guy is just raping the world that he lives in for whatever gain he personally can have. And I'm supposed to let that go. And then what? It fucking still exists.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not good at letting it go. I fucking hate it.
Yeah.
I hate that shit still lives in the world, unabated, unchecked, unresolved. I think we should hold on to some of that anger so somebody gets Guy Ritchie'd and wakes up in a pool of their own teeth and blood. Look at the...
And that's the part that like Republicans are right now they're using that quote to say, oh, Alan Rickman's saying MAGA must wake up in a pool of blood in their own teeth. What he had said before this, right, was that he said that Ritchie is the movie director that he worked for, Guy Ritchie, had told him once, like to build character, you got to wake up every once in a while in your own, pool of blood in your teeth. And that's saying you got to get your ass whooped. It's just what we were just talking about. Just what we were talking about was that like America needs this ass whooping to grow. To grow, America needs this ass whooping. So he's saying, like there's so many people out there that feel this way that can't just say these words. Now, you guys know I've been saying these words for like 5 years now. I got no problem saying it. But like he's right. Like a lot of people feel this way and they're not saying these things. So here's the original one. This is the one that I think first kind of sparked off MAGA getting upset with him. So let's watch this one and we'll talk about it too.
I'm just saying the shit that everybody should say if they give a shit about humanity. And why am I the exception to the rule? Bitch, everybody else speak up.
The world is on fire.
Like all mad about the way things are and the abuses that are happening. The Epstein files! The fucking Epstein files! God damn it! Where are they? It's a fucking law, bitch, show it! You fucking pedophiles! This is my fucking politics, dude. I would fucking railroad these fuckers. I would get those Epstein files out in 2 seconds. Yeah, dude, 2 seconds. Move out of the way. Like, get out of there. I don't care what room they're in. Bitch, move. Don't you want to see what's in there so that we can hold people accountable? These fucking rapists? We're just cool with it? That bitch has the keys to the nuclear... He's like all up into 13-year-olds. Like, dude, what? Go to jail. I'm just saying...
Go to jail. That's amazing. There's so many people that 1,000% feel this way, and the only one who's saying it is Benny Loco. This is the energy that people need to bring. This is the type of stuff that if you were given the chance to say it, like 99% of you guys would say it on a podcast, but not a lot of these people that are, celebrities and stuff like that are willing to take, and he's willing to take that risk. So that's amazing. I think that's great. No, we're reconnecting. We reconnected. There we go. Oh, thank you. $10. Thank you, Jen. Good evening, AG. I look at it like this. America is a Motel 6 bedspread, and Trump is a blacklight that has exposed every stain we have. Huge opportunity for us to fix this shit. Vote every Republican out. I agree. 100% agree. That is a apt analogy is what I would call that right there. That is a very apt analogy for exactly what America is, a stained blanket, and Donald Trump is bringing attention to all of those stains that happen to be somewhere on there. So 100%. Yeah. So anyways, I mean, like, this is the kind of stuff that you want to see, right? Is this guy a reacher? Like I said, he had already pretty much gotten a lot of my respect for, the way that he handled that dude that decided he was going to come out and accost him and his kids out and thought that he was going to, get away with that shit. This is the type of dude that MAGA is afraid of. They thought that somebody like Reacher would be a part of the toxic masculine culture that they approve of. But the reality of it is that MAGA's men are people like Matt Walsh, people like Ben Shapiro, like Jordan Peterson. This is the dude they wish they were. Whatever happened to you made me crash. Sorry, Boku. This is who they wish that it's I'm telling you, it's YouTube. YouTube doesn't like it when I'm talking about these things. I'm telling you. This is who they wish they were. This is, like I've said to you guys before, it cracks me up to see, like, you know, you'll get these MAGA guys that'll come through here and they'll say things like, you know what, you need to get out of your mom's basement and you need to get a job. And I'll go, I have and am every single thing that you wish you were. I lift weights. I exercise all the time. I have a career of 20 plus years. I have a wife of 25 years. I have 2 kids that are both academically and athletically successful. I have everything you wish you had. I own my own house. I have no debt. Like, everything about my life, MAGA wishes they were. And the reason that I'm not MAGA is because I'm not like this. Because I'm not a bitter asshole. Because I don't hate people specifically because of the fact that I'm a failure and I take it out on other people. Like, that's what makes MAGA MAGA. MAGA lives off of anger, fear, hate, vitriol. Because they're bitter. They're unaccomplished. They're sad. They have no meaning or purpose in their lives. They have so little purpose in their lives that they have to make up a completely different reality, which they, as long as they reside within their bubble and they're just talking to each other and they're just having, you know, the conversation between themselves and someone that echoes the same sentiments as they do, then they feel like they're somebody. They feel like they're important. And somebody like Donald Trump makes them feel like they're important, right? Somebody like Donald Trump, you know, he comes out and he says, you know, as long as you vote for me, like, I care about you. I think about you. I love you. And of course, that's all bullshit. Of course it is. Donald Trump does what every good cult leader does what anybody that wants to sell a product does. He comes out and he says, I'm going to do the things for you that are going to make your life happy. And then when he doesn't accomplish those things, he just blames them on everybody else. And because of the fact that MAGA has sunk cost fallacy, because they can no longer talk to their family, no longer talk to their friends. They don't, you know, they lost their jobs because, you know, they chose not to get vaccinated. Whatever it is, there's always a story. Always a story. For whatever reason, they're completely disconnected from society. They have no security left in their life. They have no connections with people left, family, friends, whatever. And when Donald Trump comes out and he says, this is what I'm going to do for you, they get excited. This is the person who did this to you. This Mexican, this immigrant, this vaccination doctor, whoever it is. And I'm going to put him in jail. And when that never happens, they don't get mad. They don't leave him because they don't have anybody else to go back to. They have no friends, no family. They just have this weird reality that they've created where they can be angry and hateful because they're bitter. Because they've never done anything. They've never accomplished anything. And they're getting older. And every day that they get older, they get sadder and more disappointed and more depressed. And they can't look inwardly and say, maybe I should change something about me. Instead, they say it must be the Mexican that comes across the border, that works, pays taxes into our system, and then doesn't benefit. It's got to be them. And it's something that's worked since the beginning of time. Yeah, and they also won't have Medicare Part D in 2027. You notice that it's in 2027, Dan. You notice he's doing it after the midterms. I've got a large mug of sparkling water today, guys. Yeah, the rich Southern church preacher in a starving town asking for donations. Yeah, rocking the Rolex, right? It's one of those things that, you know, we got a couple people on here. You know, we got some guys that voted for Trump that come through here that say that they regret their vote. We got guys that, you know, come in and, you know, they talk, but you can tell, you know that they're not doing well. And you know, I've said it a couple times now. There's a path back. There's a path back. You can come back to reality, but you know, you don't get to, you know, just act like nothing happened. You definitely don't get to sit on the sidelines while the fire that you started burns brighter and starts to spread. You got to pick up the fire extinguisher and work with the rest of us. So I want to watch this video because I know that you guys have seen Mary Lou from the Unnecessary Conversation. I always say the Unnecessary Conversation. That's a Freudian slip. It's a Freudian slip. You don't need to talk to your parents, all right? From the Necessary Conversation with Chad and Haley. You guys have seen, we watched some videos on Mary Lou. And she recently, with Bob being sick and not watching newsbacks and all that stuff, has started to like talk about how, you know, she said abolish ICE. She said she disagrees with the Trump stock trades. You know, she's, you know, talked about an immigrant that talked to her. Like, you know, like, I'm not telling you right now that you're ever going to find one of these people and then be like, we can be friends. But what I am saying is that, like, we can coexist. There's plenty of times. Look, you guys, there's Cowboys fans out there, okay? We coexist anyways. Do I question your life choices? Fuck yeah, I do. Did I hear you tell me that Tony Romo was one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time? I heard that bullshit. I actually feel bad for Tony Romo. Not recently. I'm not talking about his recent issues. That's on him. But he always seemed like a nice guy. But we can coexist if you can come back to reality. But that doesn't mean that you gotta be friends. I'm getting commercials. I hope I'm getting commercials. No, I don't make any money out of this. Fucking YouTube's making all the money. So this is a video about the guy. What is his name? Is it Rich Solis or Roger Solis? I think Rich Logis. Rich Solis, isn't that the bodybuilder? Rich Logis, I think is his name. And this is him talking on Channel 5 about being an ex-MAGA member and explaining why it's so difficult to leave MAGA. I think this whole movement, I told you guys a while ago, I said that, you know, for me it's important that this isn't just another grift. So I've been watching some videos on this.
MAGA, I was addicted to rage. I had crafted an entire persona and identity based on lies.
There's no doubt that Donald Trump and the Make America Great Again movement have drastically changed the political climate here in America. And Florida is a MAGA stronghold.
Florida.
Until recently, Rich Logis was a committed voice inside the Trump movement. Now he runs an organization helping others to step away from it.
Bohemian Rhapsody.
In
Remember,
MAGA,
these are the people that are going to tell you that you have Trump derangement syndrome.
I was
people.
addicted to rage. I had crafted an entire persona and identity based on lies.
There's no doubt that Donald Trump and the Make America Great Again movement have drastically changed the political climate here in America.
These people right here are the people that are going to tell you that you have TDS. People that like wear the dude's shirts, the dude's hats, the dude's signs, the dude's flags. They give them all their money. Like, these are the people that tell you you have a derangement syndrome. That's how fucking insane these people are.
And Florida is a MAGA stronghold. Until recently, Rich Logis was a committed voice inside the Trump movement. Now he runs an organization helping others to step away from it.
You were a sort of a MAGA banner waver, you might say. Cheerleader.
I was an unapologetic MAGA activist.
The opposition Democratic Party is an amalgam of all of the worst mass-suffering ideologies in the history of mankind.
And see, this is why we can't be friends afterwards. Because there's videos of you saying dumb shit like this.
The way I looked at it is I was embroiled in this good versus evil battle between.
Yeah, what he heard you said. What's important is that ex-MAGA don't reject their legitimate concerns. If they still act against their class, nothing will change. Exactly. This is a fight for the middle class. This is a fight for the impoverished. This is a fight for the people that made this country what it is. You want to make America great, then you support the people in the middle class. You support upper middle class, lower middle class, and impoverished people. If you want this country to be a country that reflects you, who you are as a person, that is a place where you feel like you can grow, your children can grow, that you have a chance at success and doing something of some importance and adding meaning and purpose to your life, you do that not by bootlicking fucking billionaires. You do that by not bootlicking snake oil salesmen that sell you false promises, and that doesn't matter whether they're left or right. You can look at Argentinian history if you want a great example of people using, leftist talking points to bullshit people while stuffing dollars in Swiss bank accounts. I've said this before, we need to make sure we're voting in people that legitimately want to have a positive impact on the people that matter in this country. And that doesn't mean you don't have to be black, brown, white. You don't have to be female, male, non-binary. You don't have to be transgender, homosexual, or cisgender or heterosexual. You don't have to be any of those things. You have to be the people that make this country work. You can be all of those things and be important to this country. And even you can have some wealth. You can have some money. But if you don't support the people that make this country work, the engine of America, the blue collar, the middle class, the impoverished, the people that have been putting their blood, sweat, and tears, the immigrants that come across the border and work them fields, that sit in that sun, that bake in that shit to make your life happen, then yeah, you don't get to play. You don't get to be a part of the team. You don't get to be on the field with the rest of us. So yeah, you can come out of MAGA. That's fine. We like hearing that. We welcome back to reality, my brother. But at the end of the day, you need to leave all that baggage back there, and you need to tell everybody that you walk in that room with that you are so fucking sorry for what we are going through today, because you caused this problem.
Between everyone in MAGA and everyone who was against us. In MAGA, I was addicted to rage.
Interesting.
I was always enraged and angry at somebody or something. And there is a dopamine-infused reaction that happens from being addicted to rage. Mm-hmm. I had allowed myself to believe lies. I had believed that they were coming for our guns and trying to indoctrinate our children in the public schools. They were trying to replace white people with brown people and foreigners. I started to realize, no, this is not true. I had crafted an entire persona and identity based on lies.
What was the point where you suddenly thought, right, that's it? How did the scales fall from your eyes?
It's something that sounds very, very simple, but was very profoundly life-altering and changing for me, which was I diversified my news and information sources.
Yeah. Yep.
I started to slowly introduce non-MAGA media into my media diet.
Did you discuss this with others of the movement and say, well, have you seen this?
I had with a few as I neared my eventual departure from MAGA. Yeah. And
did you find any sort of agreement among them? Did any of them go, oh yeah, I hadn't seen that?
No.
Over half of all Floridians voted for Trump in the last election. And Rich believes it was misinformation in the media that was the root cause for his popularity.
And welcome back, everyone. It's Rich Loges here with Leaving MAGA.
Rich formed Leaving MAGA, a group designed to help others make the difficult transition he himself made.
What's the uptake been like for this?
We have never been busier.
Really?
And I am hopeful and optimistic for the future, because when we leave MAGA, we have to reintegrate ourselves back into our democracy rather than tear it down. And one of the ways that we build up our democracy is by recognizing that we agree more than we disagree.
That's good right there. And look, if you need a group of people to intervene with you to help you get out of a group of people, that is a cult. That's literally a cult. And it's also a source of addiction because, like I said, so many people nowadays don't recognize that people are bored in America. That they wake up every day and they go to a 9-to-5 job that they really don't like being at, because people don't do careers anymore. You're not building anything. You're just a cog in the machine, and it's boring. And somebody like Trump came through and he WWE'd their reality. He made these people feel like they were somebody, that they were a part of something. And that, like I said, that's not just something that you see in Trump. That is something that you see in dictators throughout the world. This is not something that is special. There's no special or unique thing about Trump that makes him great. He is just another authoritarian dictator that really, if it wasn't for the aggressively gullible people that support him, he would just be another nobody that no one fucking cared about, that would have died choking on a Big Mac, and not a single person would have cared. The 3 words that made that man popular were, two, because I get you're fired. You are fired. It is 3 words. You're fired. That's what made this man popular. And that's the drama. That's the addictiveness. That's the being a part of something. Is here's this guy and he's somebody and I'm there with him. We're somebody together. And he doesn't know you. He doesn't care about you. He's a billionaire and he's begging you for money, and then he's taking your money and then he's begging you for more. He's bankrupting your father, your mother, your grandparents. He doesn't give a shit about you. He didn't make reality fun for you because he cared about you. He made reality fun for you because he benefited from it for the same fucking reasons all these other authoritarian dictators have done it before him. When you need a group of people to come along and sit you down and help you get out of a group, that's a cult. That's a cult. Thank you for the 2 jewels, Starman. And, he said something there, and I've told you guys this before. I've talked about this on stream before. I'm a person that has a bad temper. And I'm almost 47 years old now. And I can't be getting out of my car on the side of the road and yelling at people and starting fights. I'm a father, and I have children. I have to be able to keep my head straight. I have to set an example. And for a long time in my life, I wasn't that person. For a long time in my life, I was a person that was quick to move towards physical violence to solve my problems. I was a person that was quick to react in anger to things. And I've told you guys this before, that is addicting. You feel so good when you're that angry. When you're mad like that, that's like, that's top of the mountaintop. But you got to come back down off that mountaintop, and that's a long fucking journey, and it don't feel good. And so what you do is you stay on top of that mountaintop. You stay angry the whole time. It's just like alcoholism. My dog is eating my other dog's food. Bit it! Nope. Good dog. It's just like alcoholism. Instead of coming back down, instead of saying to yourself, I got to stop drinking. Because if I don't stop drinking, this is going to be bad for me. You stay drunk. You stay drinking. Because then you don't have to feel them bad feelings anymore. Then those emotions don't have to come rushing back in. All that regret, all that sadness, the depression, the shame, the embarrassment. And that's what these people are. They're all addicted to that anger. They're all addicted to that togetherness that fear of the other brings for them. Replacing white people? Are you kidding me? Brother, ain't nobody trying to replace me. People mad at the Odyssey because they put one black woman. A beautiful black woman, by the way. She hot, all right? That's a beautiful black woman right there. They put one black woman in there, and it angers the entire group of them. But here's the thing: is at the top of that pyramid scheme is fake anger, and it as it's spread down to the masses, it becomes real anger because it benefits those people at the top. They make money off of that shit. You know, nobody's mad that Matt Damon was in it. How many white people were in that fucking movie? Tons. They're not replaced. It's insane. It's insane in the first place. But who gives a fuck about skin color, dude? Cultures are amazing. Like, I love the Irish culture. I love Europeans' culture. My boy Erling Haaland over in Norway, making me love that Norway culture, okay? And I love the Mexican culture. I love all the Latin cultures. I love the Asian cultures. And if it wasn't for African American culture, if it wasn't for black folk, I wouldn't be here today. So I love black culture. Like, they never tried to replace me. They only included me. In fact, the only time that I ever had a problem growing up was being included in white culture. Of course, they're skinheads, so at the end of the day, I'm actually really happy that they did not, in fact, include me. That could have been a completely different storyline. I know I got a bald-ass head now, but at the end of the day, like, you know, black culture did not try to exclude me. They included me. They brought me in, you know, and I wouldn't be here today without black culture. So, like, hate, anger, all of that shit, it's addictive, and that's why these people are who they are. So it's pretty sad, and you know, you hope that at the end of the day that these people will wake up. You know, you never rooting for the plane to crash. You're never rooting for the pilot to crash the plane with you on it. You want it to come out. You want people to do well. You want the people around you to be happy, because the happier the people are around you, the better your life is. It's that fucking easy. Lupita and Elliot were the two actors, grifters were getting people to lose their minds over. Is that? Oh, yeah. Yeah. I can't even say her name right, so I should probably stop that. Who gives a shit who's playing who as long as the movie's good? Can we get back to that? Can we get back to complaining about actual bad movies? Like, that's what I'm trying to do. I actually want to know whether or not the movie was good or not, so if I go and see it, I know that the movie was bad. Oh, somebody tried to call me. Uh-oh. Probably like, get off the stream. Oh, it was my wife. Oh, that was before she came home. Uh-oh. My bad. If she's watching right now, that's my bad. Yeah, man. Like, fuck all this shit, man. Get back to what it used to be. Complaining about movies because they were bad. Because actors sucked, right? Like, if you put Elliot Page, right? If you put Elliot Page in a role, and Elliot Page sucks, I don't care if he's white, black, transgender, heterosexual, homosexual, whatever, I'm going to tell you that he was bad. I don't care. Like, I'm only talking about whether or not the movie was bad. All right? I told you guys the other night, I didn't like the Black Panther. I thought it was boring. I fell asleep during that shit. Roast me as much as you want. I thought the Black Panther was not a good movie. I do like Chadwick Boseman. Okay? I think he's a good dude. I feel like he was a good man. But his movie, in my opinion, was not good. I also don't like the Spider-Man movies, by the way. Also, my wife is going to murder me for saying that. Oh, my son heard me. Yeah. I didn't like the Spider-Man movies, okay? It was too high school for me. It was too high school. All of them. The only Spider-Man movie... Oh, okay. Calm down. Into the Spider-Verse was a great one. Anything with Miles Morales is amazing. Also, the last one with Tobey Maguire was good. I thought Tobey Maguire was a great Spider-Man, to be honest with you. I thought he was the best Spider-Man, but I also didn't like his movies. I thought they were boring. They're all boring. They're like high school movies. It's young adult shit. Yes, Black Panther did come out years ago. Okay. Black Panther did. I'm still living with that. I'm still angry about it. I was told it was a good movie. I went and watched it. I fell asleep in the theater. It was boring. I'm sorry. I just never was a fan. Okay. Look, the first Iron Man, which my wife thought was amazing, and like a lot of people thought was amazing. Oh, did I mess up my audio? My audio okay? Yeah, it looks like it's okay. Look, the first Iron Man, I didn't think it was that good. Okay? Don't care who was in it. I didn't think it was that good. All right? You know what my favorite movies are? Tombstone. I like Tombstone. Thought that was a good movie. Let's see. You know, what movies can I like The Road, the Cormac McCarthy book that got turned into a movie. Yeah, it was sad, but I thought it was a pretty good movie. Okay? I enjoyed Hail Mary recently. I don't care who was in the movie, whether white, black, Asian, Mexican, girl, guy, non-binary. Doesn't matter. You thought Black Panther was okay, not great? I did think Ant-Man was pretty good too, and hot take is that I kind of like Paul Rudd. All right? I think he's okay. I'm your Huckleberry. Exactly, Uncle Fatty. Exactly. All right, I should stop ranting now. I'm sorry. I lost it for a minute. Now my wife's probably going to divorce me because I said I didn't like the Spider-Man movies. This is your guys' fault. It's not my fault. Don't tell Mom! Edward Norton's Incredible Hulk. Oh, dude. That was a terrible movie, too. This is where we need to be. This is how we get better. Is getting together and saying to each other that at the end of the day, these are the movies that actually sucked, and these are the movies that were actually good. You guys want to know the movies I like? I liked Interstellar. Interstellar is a good movie. I don't know, but certain people did. Some people didn't like Interstellar, okay? You know what other movies I like? I like Predestination with Ethan Hawke. Pretty much with anything with Ethan Hawke in it. To be honest with you, I didn't know I liked Ethan Hawke as much as I like him, okay? What is it? Was it The World That You Left Behind or whatever? What was that movie with Ethan Hawke in it? That movie was great. Amazing. Okay? What other movies do I like? Arrival. Not a lot of people liked Arrival. I fucking loved Arrival. You know why? Because it's not a sci-fi movie. You guys got it wrong. Okay? It's a movie about pro-life versus pro-choice. Okay? And how hard it is to make that. Interstellar reminded you of Contact? Not a fan of Contact. Jodie Foster, not one of my favorites. Fuck Donald Trump, the movie. Arrival sucks. See? Liars! You guys just don't understand how good that movie was. Because you're not as smart as me. My wife loves Contact, too. Natural Born Killers is a love story. Exactly! Thank you, Fatty. Look, every movie had a story that the reason it was written. All right? I didn't like Dazed and Confused, or whatever that movie was. Hey, there's a lot of good movies that we could be talking about instead of having to talk about all this bullshit. The Odyssey, you know what I like about the Odyssey is everybody came out and cried about the Odyssey because that beautiful black woman got made Helen, which is fucking just stupid in the first place. Okay, she was hot, all right? And that Elliot Page played, you know, a side role. All dumb, right? And then the person that modernized the Homer's poem, right? The lady that did that came out was like, I fucking hated that movie. There was like no sex. The food looked terrible. Also, why is Matt Damon number one? And I was like, see, that's good criticism. That's a person I'm willing to listen to. She's like, it was just another Christopher Nolan movie. There's a bunch of explosions. Sure, it was entertaining, but where was the backstory? It didn't even really feel like the poetry. Like, that felt like a real, actual fucking review. I was like, okay, here we go. Now that's real criticism. I like that. That's the reality we need to get back to. Not I'm mad because a trans person was in the movie. That's just fucking dumb. Okay? If you're going to say a movie is bad, like if I'm going to come out and say the Black Panther is bad, I'm going to say it's because I fell asleep in the theater. Look, it was boring. The number of clips of me saying the Black Panther is bad is going to be legion. Speaking of good movies, Legion was a good movie. But, you know, it wasn't like, well, there's no white people in it, so that makes me really upset. Like, I don't give a shit who, what ethnicity, what gender. It doesn't matter to me. Just the movie's got to be good. I paid fucking $17.50 for this shit. If I have to sit down and watch the movie, I mean, after popcorn and a soda, I'm paying $40. I'm just hoping the movie's entertaining. I don't care who's in it. Dumb people. Don't unsubscribe. Dean, your sister and husband loved Odyssey. Yeah, Full Metal Jacket, another good movie. Great movie. All the fucking chuds out there that think Full Metal Jacket is a movie about like going to other places and murdering the populace, by the way. Not what that movie was about. You know it was a good movie? You know, you guys want to cancel me? Here we go. The cancel. You guys ready to cancel me? Tropic Thunder. Quite possibly one of the funniest movies ever made. Take that. Look, I just lost like 18 viewers just from that one. Amazing movie. Classic. I've told you guys before. I'm here for the love of the game. Okay? Don't care. People follow me. They like my shit. They don't like my stuff. I make $1.11 off a video. All right? I'm here for the love of the game. Tropic Thunder was amazing. Not Vanilla Sky. Okay, let me tell you why I like Vanilla Sky. Not seeing Donald Trump. Damn, that was a Freudian slip. Seeing Tom Cruise get his face mashed, well worth the price of admission. Okay, seeing ugly Tom Cruise, deformed Tom Cruise, was well worth the price of admission. Okay, I'd pay money to see it again. Forrest Gump, good movie. Probably couldn't be made nowadays. Possibly ableist. Don't aim at the ears, they grow back. The movie. Very nice. You know a good movie I watched the other day? We're going to get to the Iran thing. I know there's probably a bunch of people that clicked on this stream and they're like, he is not talking. What is this man talking? He's talking about movies and shit. The man hates the Black Panther. I came here for some leftist propaganda. All I got was movie criticisms. Now I lost my damn thought. Okay. When they went in the elevator, then the movie went on for like another whole movie. Which movie? Oh yeah, I don't remember Vanilla Sky. I only remember that like at one point or another, like, dude got his face deformed. That's all I remember. I was really high back in those days. Okay, I smoked a lot of marijuana during that time. I just came to say Swift 2028. Rev, you know we've been talking about this for many years, Reverend. I am totally down with Taylor Swift for president. Fuck it, let's go. Is it going to be the end of America? Probably. I don't think she has any negotiating skills. All right. End of the day, do I think that Taylor Swift, she could probably do a better job of the war in Iran than Donald Trump. I think Taylor Swift, Travis Kelce coming through, one of the better tight ends. I'm not going to say greatest tight end. I think Gronk was better. Hot take. I think Brent Selleck was better. Go Eagles. Okay. Zach Ertz, also a better tight end than Travis Kelce has ever been in his entire life. Also, Travis Kelce, the worst brother. Okay. John Kelce. I'm just gonna stop there now. Let's just say he was the worst Kelce. Okay, Jason Kelce was the better Kelce. Let's just be honest. Okay, she should have married Jason. Too bad Kylie already got him. She didn't become a billionaire by accident. I don't think those are negotiating skills. I think that was that there is a lot of teens out there that like that music. Okay, breakup music is big in America. Okay, we're gonna have some great breakup songs about Donald Trump. Okay, Aaron Hernandez was twice as good as Gronk. Not gonna lie, hot take: Aaron Hernandez, really good tight end. He killed it. Okay, absolutely murdered it. Okay, those are all bad jokes. I'm so sorry. This is going on the highlight reel. This is the documentary when they decide to cancel me, finally. Can't cancel me. I don't have anything to cancel. See, they can't cancel you if you don't have any people in the first place that follow you. All right, we gotta actually like watch something. I'm just up here just spouting nonsense instead of watching stuff. Speaking of spouting nonsense, did you guys see this? First of all, the Democratic reaction. Okay, let's just start here. The Democratic reaction to Zoran Mamdani, quite possibly the most milquetoast of democratic socialism. I mean, the guy is out here just doing the nicest things, practically walking around like Tom Hanks and Biggs, just taking kids to soccer games. Telling people to enjoy the water coming out of the fire hydrants. Just make sure to go get a cap on it. You know, like the dude is legit. If this is what communism is, then they've been lying to you the whole time, dog. Okay, you should have been obviously rooting for this shit a long time ago. I follow Amy Siskind on Facebook because I follow people that I don't always agree with on everything. I like to see people's opinions. I follow right-wing figures because I like to see their shitty opinions on things, so that way I know how to yell at the people that come on my stream with their stupid ideas. And she makes Zoran Mamdani out to be like this like horrific communist. And it's absolutely insane the way that moderate Democrats have reacted to Zoran Mamdani. This man is not some kind of extremist. But anyways, I wanted to talk about this because this is not Democrats that are reacting to Mamdani, but this is actually some right-wing guy that apparently is an influencer. We're going to watch an influencer react to an influencer reacting to an influencer, so I need you guys to be ready for this. This is Stella Mags, who I haven't seen in a really long time, and she actually apparently took a vacation. And this is one of her first videos back. I like Stella Mags. I don't know if you guys follow Stella Mags, but you guys should 1000% be following Stella Mags. She's awesome. So this is her video on some right-wing influencer that supposedly is saying that he's going to stop Zoran Mamdani from attending the 9/11 ceremonies. Why? Because he's racist. Let's just be honest.
I am back, everybody, after taking a much needed break to travel back home to Greece just to feel a sense of normalcy.
Welcome back, Stella.
Or even decency. To wash the ick that living in the United States gives you.
Okay, this is a really bad joke, but I'm going to make it. Did Stella get her groove back?
Off of me. And for a while it worked. For a couple of weeks, I was living in ignorant bliss, only to return back to the US. And this is one of the first things I see on the cover of the New York Post. And much like Christmas decorations coming out way too early in department stores, the fact that New York City has a Muslim mayor has the media talking about 9/11 memorials in July, as well as videos like this, who were made by people who have watched Goodfellas one too many times. Give it a rest.
Call me dramatic.
You're dramatic.
But this...
Hold on. Is that Jeff Goldblum? Guys, is that Jeff Goldblum? Did Jeff Goldblum, is he having a hard time? I feel bad now because Jeff Goldblum is a good dude. Wait, is Jeff Goldblum dead? I hope not. Jeff Goldblum does not seem like he'd be a Trump supporter. I feel bad now. I'm sorry for that.
But this might be our last chance.
Oh no.
To save
no.
the city.
Oh yes.
To stand up and defend our honor.
What is this? What is this? Like, bro, calm the fuck down. Like, what is that? this is the type of drama. Like, these are drama kids right here, right? Like, he grew up, he was bullied and shit, and then he was like, you know what? This is my chance. I can finally bring my acting skills out. I finally met him, and Ben Shapiro are probably best buddies, right?
Dignity.
Dignity.
And to keep that steamroller covered with shit from rolling over us again.
Again.
Okay.
This might be it.
Oh, no.
And we do it peacefully.
I'm sorry, Mountain Bike.
See, because I promised yesterday that if this fucking terrorist,
He's a terrorist. Okay.
Mayor,
Yes.
shows
I would like to hear his reasons for why Mamdani is a terrorist.
up at the ceremony at Ground Zero on 9/11, this 25th anniversary, or at the Staten Island Memorial,
God forbid.
or any other New York memorial of 9/11, then we will be there also. By the thousands. Not
So stupid. I got a little fun
That is
fact
dumb.
for you, Scotty. Right? Because I saw you pictured with Mayor Rudy Giuliani. And I don't know if you know this or if he didn't tell you, but more people have died from 9/11 related illnesses than that actually died in 9/11. It's something like 7,000 people.
Yep.
Scotty. People like
And if you remember right, if it wasn't for Jon Stewart going to Congress and literally making the world laugh at him, or laugh at them, the firefighters, the first responders, the police officers, all these people that put their health at stake, that were being denied health care over the 9/11 incident, wouldn't even have been getting any healthcare at all. Like, this is the only reason that these people were being taken care of at all, is because a comedian on a comedy politics show made it his goal to make sure that they got healthcare. Not Rudy Giuliani, not Donald Trump, not any of these bullshit ass wannabe fake American patriots. Not a single one of them were there doing that. And to be honest with you, if Jon Stewart were doing the same thing today, if Jon Stewart were in front of Congress right now calling them out for their bullshit, none of these MAGA people would be supporting it. Why? Because it's Jon Stewart. Because it's Jon Stewart. So they'd be just sitting there going, well, apparently I can't agree with these people getting health care, even though I'm a goddamn patriot. Well, why can't you? Well, Jon Stewart's involved, and you know those left-wing people are communists. So if a communist is for it, I can't be for it. I don't remember a bunch of MAGA Republicans standing up for first responders. I don't remember Rudy Giuliani standing up for first responders. I don't remember Donald Trump going to Congress and begging, not as though he had the power as the president of the United States to, make these people's lives easier. Who I do remember doing it was Jon Stewart.
First responders or members of cleanup crews, people who were around or lived in the city at the time. 7,000 people, Scotty. And it's because the man you were pictured with told them that the air quality down at Ground Zero was safe.
Yep.
That they had
Which
to
is
get down
insane.
there and clean up the mess that their fearless leaders created with their bare hands, breathing in God knows what, for God knows how long. And guess who knew that the air quality was not safe? Mayor Rudy Giuliani. But he lied to everybody, because the biggest financial capital of the world had to get back up on its feet. And do you know what party, Scotty, continuously denied 9/11 benefits?
There you go.
And health benefits for those people? Go ahead, I'll give you a hint. No outrage there, right? Let's take it out on the guy who was 9 years old when 9/11 happened. So, Scotty, spare us the fake outrage and the fake tough guy act and this whole shtick you got going on. It's 2026. No one remembers Andrew Dice Clay anymore.
Oh.
Anyways,
shit,
bye.
Bye. Oh, that is amazing. Welcome back, Stella Mags. Stella did get her groove back. Let me just... None of that. None of those people have ever stood up for those people in 9/11. They put flags on their cars. They got mad at Muslims. and that was it. That was the end of it. And this is the type of faux outrage that you expect. This is the same faux outrage that you get from the dudes in the military. I got employees that were in our military that have, health problems now from being over in Afghanistan around all those burn piles. Did Republicans fight for those military members to get, health benefits and did they acknowledge, the type of effects that those burn piles had on those soldiers? No. You know who did? You know who did do that? Joe Biden with the PACT Act. The PACT Act made it so that way those military members can apply. And to this day, even though the PACT Act exists, with Donald Trump as president, the supposedly most American patriotic president that has ever existed, they are still being denied those benefits. That seems crazy to me, that the group of people that claims they're the most patriotic, the most supportive of military, the most supportive of first responders, would be the people that would deny people that went over to fight a war, an absolute dog shit war that, just like the war in Iran, resulted in absolutely nothing productive being done. Al Qaeda now controls that government. Those people are in power, and they don't give two shits about those young men and women that went over there and were exposed to the toxins in those burn pits. And in fact, they're trying everything they possibly can to deny them the health care that is necessary for those people to continue to live in this country as productive citizens. It's all fake. It's all faux. There is nothing about any of this that these people give two shits about. They're fake patriots. They just hate brown people. They just hate people that ain't part of the same fucking religion as they are. They hate people that are different than them, and they just need some kind of purpose or sense of group that they can get from something like Donald Trump contributes to their lives, and that is fear of the other. Thank you for the $5, fan. Man, what's up, buddy? Since 9/11, terrorists has become a way to demonize and target people the fascists want to kill. They say Antifa equals terrorists. They're Nazis. Exactly. And, that's funny because here's a guy that I don't agree with, Sean Strickland. You guys know I like MMA. I've been an MMA fan since UFC 1. Since I was sparring with a dude that was a blue belt in Kenpo. And Sean Strickland, not a fan of Sean Strickland. I think Sean Strickland is a homophobe, and I think that he says very hateful things about certain people, and I think it's because he's abused as a child, and I think he has a lot of shit that he's working through. I know. He's a person that, much like myself, I'm hoping to watch him grow and become a better person. And the reason I say that is because just recently he said, I came to this, point in my life recently where I realized that after 9/11, I was propagandized to just hate anybody that was Muslim. After 9/11, it was just anybody that was Muslim should be hated. And you guys know on my channel, I've always said the same thing. That there's good people in all groups. There's bad people in all groups. There are good Muslims, there are bad Muslims. There are good trans people, and there are bad trans people. There are good Jewish people, and there are bad Jewish people. There are, just by the way, also, there's a guy that's running for, you don't run for prime minister, right? You run for, they run for the seats in Israel right now. That is, that openly calls the things happening in Gaza an absolute horrific genocide. And that, I think his name is Golan, Golan. So support that group of people. There's bad people and good people in every single group of people. Good people that are white, bad people that are white. Good people that are black, bad people that are black. There's not a single group that has, the ability to say that no one in their group is good or bad. But the worst people are the people that use that outrage to monetize, to grift off of, to gain power and connections and status, your hate for the other. Those are the worst people. Those are the worst people. So yeah, I agree with you 100%, fan. 100%. Yeah, it's not patriotism, it's nationalism. Exactly. Let's see. Let's watch another video. Oh yeah, I guess I should get Tentacles of Fascist Fight Club reach into Tennessee, critics call active club. Okay, we're gonna watch this. Hold on. We'll get to that in a minute. I don't even know what that is. That got suggested to me. But I do have this one in the video description, so I guess we should probably watch this. People have been hanging around listening to me talk about the Black Panthers. Not the group. I like the group, the Black Panthers. The movie was terrible. But so apparently recently, first of all, DJ, I've been on here for an hour and 20 minutes as my voice breaks. In fact, I need to go get some more water. I'm out of sparkling water. My big thing of sparkling water is almost empty. It's lemon lime today, guys. Lemon lime. My favorite. So, one of the reasons we're on here is because I saw that there was supposedly a video of Iran talking about the fact that they want to take out Melania and Barron. And we all know that there was already that big banner that was unfurled at the Khamenei's funeral where it says, we will off Trump, you know. So obviously these guys they're definitely upset. So the reason I say that is because I don't know if this is real or not. This is WION News. I've never seen this channel before. It's literally off Facebook. I am skeptical of everything. This may be fake news. This might be AI for all I know. But we're going to watch this video, and you guys are going to tell me what you think about this. And yeah, let's just watch it real quick, and then you guys can just give me your opinions on whether or not this is real or not. I don't know if it's real. I don't know. So here we go. Oh, well, we got to turn on the sound first of all. Okay.
Washington and Tehran, a threatening video targeting the US's First Lady, Melania Trump, has surfaced on Iranian media. The video, titled Where to Kill Melania, calls on what it describes as global freedom fighters to target the First Lady and ends with a message that is directed at Trump's son, Barron Trump. The video was released by Tasneem News Agency, which is close to Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, and this follows a series of posts by President Donald Trump that have been...
Okay, obviously, before somebody's like, yeah, it says it's AI-generated image. I know that the video that Iran allegedly produced is AI. What I'm asking is whether or not this was actually produced by Iran, or is this some BS? Oh my God, with this mute.
The video claims its information was gathered from anonymous security sources and satellite imagery, although much of the material shown appears to be publicly available. And it features images of presidential motorcades locations in New York linked to the First Lady, and also references to the publicly known aspects of her routine. The footage also claims to identify indicators of a possible presidential movement and discusses alleged vulnerabilities surrounding the First Lady's public appearances. Much of the video appears to have been created using artificial intelligence and goes on to describe some hypothetical attack scenarios targeting Melania Trump. A video surfaced shortly after a series of threatening billboards appeared across Tehran targeting Trump and also members of his family. One billboard displayed altered images of Melania Trump, Barron Trump, and Ivanka Trump, accompanied by the word "killed" and a threatening slogan that was directed at the American president. Another billboard carried the slogan "Blood for Blood" and called for the deaths of President Trump, his wife, and their children. The President Trump has been facing threats from Iran for some time and has repeatedly said that
they seem angry. Bro is shoving a flagpole into his dome. What do you think? I mean, it does make sense, right?
A primary target.
Okay, that's that's MGK's, or actually that's Eminem's album cover or single cover for his MGK Kill Shot video. Okay, that they stole that. Eminem might have a lawsuit for them there.
Media. Trump said that he had already left instructions on how the US should respond if Iran were to assassinate him. Meanwhile, Iran's Mehr news agency has also released an AI-generated video mocking the American military.
Okay. Fatty says, Al Jazeera has a few good reviews of this and that it did come from a lower down general of Iran military, but either way, as propaganda, it did its job. Yeah, obviously, look, Iran and its capabilities to do anything of this sort, obviously very low. This is why, in the first place, the whole war in Iran is really ridiculous, right? Like the whole 2 more weeks, and they could have a weapon in 2 weeks from now. Like, obviously, we all know that's BS. Also, obviously, their ability to do something like this also probably BS as well. Look, why did you attack Iran in the first place? Anybody and everybody that could be asked or polled, should you attack a religious extremist country that has a regime that cares nothing about the safety of its people, or whether or not they're fed, or whether or not, I mean, they have a human rights violations list that is miles long. Where did you think that this was going to go? If you asked them, was it a good idea? Most people, I would think, the vast majority of people would be like, this is a bad idea. And I think that's what the polls show now, right? Is like, this is a bad idea. Donald Trump's the only human being that's dumb enough to think that this was a good idea. That doesn't surprise me at all that is the response that he's getting from them. Now, mind you, Iran has made the mistakes of thinking that he cares at all about his children or his, what I would call, estranged wife. I think they might, if they really wanted to harm Donald Trump, they'd probably be going after the human printer. That's the only person he cares about. She says nice things about him. 2 weeks, they stole that line from Bush Sr. They stole that line from every American president before Donald Trump. It's been 47 years in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. Donald Trump does like the 2 week timeline, though. That's kind of his thing. Anyways, so I just wanted to watch that because, at the end of the day, this is like, what is this reality? You've got Donald Trump starting wars that no one would have agreed that anybody should be involved in. You've got Iran, a extremist state that has a list of human rights violations that are miles long, which also America has definitely a very large part in as to why those things exist as well, going back to the 70s and all kinds of CIA operations in Iran. Yeah, we're always the problem, it seems, nowadays, and those days as well. This is the type of thing that, like, you never saw. This only happens under Donald Trump. It only happens under Donald Trump. He's insane. What's happening, Skelts? Who is manipulating the old man behind the scenes? He ain't making the real choices. I don't know about that, Fatty. This is what I think about the manipulation of Donald Trump. I think Donald Trump's like any stripper. You can put money in his pocket, and he will dance for you. Sometimes he'll take you in the back room, and he'll give you a little something special, okay? But at the end of the day, after you put the money in his pocket and he dances for you, he just goes and finds another dude to dance on their lap, okay? I don't think that, one of the things that I agree with Trump supporters on is when they're like, you can't control Donald Trump, brother. I'm like, yeah, that's actually correct. Actually correct. Donald Trump is like one of those wind-up toys. You wind him up, you let him go. Where is he going? No one knows. No one knows. All right? That fucker might walk right off the table. He might walk right into an extremist camp of religious people and start a fight with them. He could just, show up at a WWE event or UFC event. Like, he is chaos. The dude is absolute fucking chaos. And I don't think that he's all there anymore. I don't think he was all there for a long time. I think he has dementia. I think that he's a narcissist of the highest category. I think that he could care less about what happens to America after he's gone. And I think that more than anything, the only thing that Donald Trump cares about is that people are talking about him and the bullshit that he does. I think that at the end of the day, Donald Trump's main goal in life is to leave enough shit behind that people cannot forget who he was. He's, like I said, the ultimate narcissist, in my opinion. I don't think anybody can really control him, to be honest with you. I think he's just fucking insane. So anyways, 2 week attention span. That's giving him a lot of credit, fatty. 2 week attention span, more like 2 seconds. All right, he's got maybe 2 seconds. Who saw the video of Trump trying to toss the Tic Tac in his mouth? That shit was amusing. I'm gonna be honest. That's some petty shit right there, but you know what? I'm here for it. Okay. 20 years from now, there will be a terrorist attack on the U.S. as a direct result of what's happening now. Of course it will be, DJ. Of course it will be. You don't. I don't remember who said it. Maybe it was Jon Stewart. Maybe it was somebody else. You don't defeat terrorism by bombing terrorism. You create more terrorists by bombing terrorists. That's not how, like, you are, like, murdering these people's daughters. Was it 300 school children in a girls' school died? What do you think those people are going to become? You had tons of people that legit thought Donald Trump was going to come there and create regime change and make their lives better. I don't know why. Probably because they're fucking desperate. Because that's what it's like to live in a country like Iran, is you're desperate for anybody that you would be willing to accept that maybe this extreme narcissist that nobody trusts might come through and help you out. But you have this group of people over there that legit thought Donald Trump was going to come there, create regime change, and potentially make their lives better. And those people are now going to become extremists because what did Donald Trump do? He destroyed schools full of their children. He destroyed the infrastructure for their energy and their food, the bridges that they use to get to work and provide for their family. He destroyed their economy. What do you think that does? That creates extremists. That creates terrorists. Thank you, fan, for the $10, fan. I'm not making just $1.11 a night, brother. Oh, we're gonna drink some Modelo. We need to make it clear to MAGA that they can't support the communists in Russia. It's oxymoronic. It's contradictory to support communist Russia while demonizing the leftist communists. Yeah, all of that stuff, fan. It's a lot of work, to be honest with you. I keep saying it over and over again. This is way too much work. I got on here to make fun of MAGA because they think that there's like a cult of Democrats that are, drinking the blood of children. Like that's what I got on here for. To watch Jordan Klepper videos where Jordan Klepper asks MAGA Republicans questions that they can't answer in any sane way. That's why I was here. But now all of a sudden we are here, and we are now apparently trying to reform a bunch of cult members that are going to have to go clear. I believe that's what it's called, right? Going clear? Let's see. New metal, the brown heart for the sad soul whose life led them to change his diapers. That's it. The human printer, dog. Alien, that's the human printer. The human printer gets the brown. Okay, we got to watch something funny because I can't do this all day. You know what? One more video of MAGA Republicans being crazy, and then we're watching a 22 minutes video to get me out of this. And then I gotta get some water. Maybe use the bathroom. Maybe Chairstream. Chairstream got me $5 last time. Speaking of $5, thank you, Fantra, for the $5. Maybe we can't save ourselves, but we can save Ukraine. Slava Ukraine. 100%, dude. We have to keep ourselves. We have to be able. Ukraine's one of the worst places right now for all this. They're now attacking Iranian warships because they're in such a poor position. And this is when people are like, oh, why do you think that we should support Ukraine? This is why I do. Because at one point, I believe it was in 1994, it could have been 1998, but I'm pretty sure it was 1994, we told Ukraine to turn over nuclear weapons to Russia. The United States of America told them that if they return the nuclear weapons to Russia, that we didn't give them a contract, we didn't sign anything, we didn't give any promises, but we did say that we would support them. And what we have done since then is practically left them to fight a war that we put them in the position to be dominated. We took away their only way to defend themselves. I know that there's not, people say, oh, there's bad people in Ukraine. There's Nazis in our army. There's Nazis in our army, dog. What type of person do you expect to be attracted to military service? There's good people and there's bad people in everybody. The people that I stand with are the civilians in the Ukraine, the civilians in Gaza, the civilians in Israel, the civilians in China, the civilians in America that don't want to be a part of this bullshit. It's tiresome. It's tiresome to see people that are mad at people that have no ability to defend themselves. The governments are doing shit. Other governments are doing shit to them. Any civilian out there that just wants to be left the fuck alone, that just wants peace, that just wants to provide for their family, just wants to be able to get up in the morning, go to work, and provide for the people that they love. I support those people. It doesn't matter. Black, white, Mexican, Ukrainian, Israeli, and Chinese, American. Doesn't matter to me. Every single person that wants to live a good life deserves to be left the fuck alone. Good people support good people. So, yeah, I'm right there with you. Walt Nata got replaced. Oh, yeah, dude. Remember Waltine? Dude, his name is Waltine. That's bringing up a name I haven't heard in a long time, Dean. Been so many years. I think it was only like 2 years, to be honest, Dean. Since we talked about Waltine Nata. I have a video on Waltine. What did he call him? His man? Didn't Donald Trump call him his man? A little gay. Real men stand up to attackers, stand up for the attack, plain and simple. 100% fatty. That's why we meet on the same level, dog. At the end of the day, you stand up for the bullied. You stand up for the people that can't stand up for themselves. And you support good people, support good people. That's the way it is. So let's watch. Okay, hold on. Where's my water? There it is. I got a little bit left. All right. You guys have been watching Henry Sir with me. So this one's for my Canadians. Okay. I love this dude. I got a shout out from Henry Sir on my last video I did by Henry Sir. I haven't watched this one, but it says winning 5D chess MAGA Republicans right now. So I'm very interested in seeing this take on it. Henry Sir is a stand-up comedian. Henry Sir does do shows in America. If you had the chance to get out and see Henry Sir, I'm telling you right now, you should go see it. It is money well spent. And look, money's going to be worth nothing pretty soon here when the economy completely crashes. So you might as well go spend it now. Go spend it on Henry Sir. If Henry Sir is ever in my city, I will be watching Henry Sir live. So you should check out Henry Sir. This is Henry Sir from Canada. This is his video, MAGA Republicans right now. So let's check this out.
Oh, Trump is killing it right now. Did you see him announce he's going to run again in 2028? Yes! This is what I voted for. If he's serious, he's just like completely dismantling the Constitution. That's so cool. That's so alpha. That's like Rob Schneider level alpha. If he's trolling, he's owning the left. The left hates this. Yes! This is what I voted for. People I've never met being upset while my life doesn't get any better. Yes! Winning. I can't afford groceries. My house is about to be foreclosed. And a bunch of animals we actually really depend on are going to go extinct. But yes, the left is upset right now. Let's go. This is what I voted for. Bro, Trump is killing.
Tell me that's not exactly what it is. Tell me that's not exactly. Tell me that's not exactly what it is right now. They never cared. They didn't ever care about the Epstein files. They didn't care about the economy. They didn't care about no new wars. They didn't care about gas prices being low. They didn't care about energy being cut in half. They didn't care about bringing industry back to America. They didn't care about Doge and waste, fraud, and corruption. The only thing that MAGA Republicans cared about was owning the libs. And they got that shit. They're like, this is It feels so good. And it's only going to last as long as Donald Trump is alive. And as soon as he dies, and all the people on the left just celebrate in the streets, and they're busting out the bottles, and they're high-fiving and dancing on dude's grave, as soon as that shit happens, it's just all going to come crashing down. The depression, the sadness, the feeling of loss, the listlessness. That's what's going to happen. Oh, thank you for the $20. Andrew did. Brother, you're paying my rent this month. Thank you, Fandradad, for the $20. When the 13 colonies broke away from the British, it was France that lent us their navy to fight them. They supported our freedom of self-determination, and we should do the same for Ukraine. It's the right thing. Thank you, Fan. And little addendum to there. One of my favorite people of all time who participated both in the French Revolution and in the American Revolution, Lafayette. If you don't know who Lafayette is, you should look it up. Lafayette, amazing. He was part of the French Revolution with Napoleon, one of his most trusted lieutenants, and then he came over here and he worked with George Washington during the American Revolution. Also, another fun fact, Benjamin Franklin is the guy who went over to France and charmed the French into helping us during that time. So, way to go, Benjamin Franklin, who's also amazing. Right will cry about how mean the left is. Yeah, I don't fall for that. I told you guys before. I stopped arguing with these guys a long time ago. They come into I said this the other day. You can tell that MAGA is back to their roots, that they're back to just like there's not enough influence or talking points, because every single MAGA Republican that comes into my chat now, the only thing they say is, you can't define what a woman is. You can't tell me what a woman is. Or some variation of that. That's it. That's literally the only, that's like when they are scraping the bottom of the barrel, they're out of talking points. Their guy has done everything that they thought he wouldn't do. He's completely let them down. He's the most dog shit president that has ever existed. And that was before the second term. He was already, 44th out of 45 or something like that. I mean, I'm counting twice. But yeah. He'll go down in history as the worst president of the United States of America, worse than Franklin Pierce, worse than all the other terrible ass dog shit presidents that came before him. And the only thing they have less is just fucking. You know what a woman is, brother? I've been married for 25 years. If you would like to know what a vagina looks like, I'll let you know. Okay. Because I know you've never seen one, and I definitely know you've never fucking touched one. Commie. Oh, yeah, they do commie. They call me commie as well. It's just like, get it right, okay? I'm more of a socialist. I wish you guys knew the difference. And even then, I'm like, I've told you guys before, I don't like the whole, I don't do parties. I don't do labels. I don't do parties. You can call me whatever you want to call me. You can say I'm in this group. You can say I'm in that group. If you want me to be 100% honest, I am a registered independent. I am neither registered as a Democrat or as a conservative. I am a registered independent, and if I could not be a registered independent, I would be that as well, because the independent party, also, dog shit. Parties are stupid. All politicians should be forced to run on policies. They should not be able to hide behind a blanket label like I am a conservative or I am a Democrat. They should be forced to run on the policies that they will enact, and then when they do not enact those policies, they should be removed from office because they are failures, and just like anybody in that position, if it was me or you, they should be fired. Same rules for everybody. Same rules for everybody. But if you want to be honest, I believe in democratic voting. I do not believe in pure democracy. I believe that there should be some limitations. Like, I don't know, just fucking, do you know what the policy is that you're voting on? Like, just a real quick fucking A, B, or C or answer, like, would be nice. Which, that's a hot take. Like I said, I'm not here to pander to anybody. That's a hot take on the left. I think you should have to answer a multiple choice question about the policy you're about to vote on. Just, you fucking give them 2 tries even. Or at least make them watch a fucking video. How about that? How about we meet a middle ground here? How about, instead of everybody having to take a test, How about you have to watch the video on the policy and then answer a question after the policy before you get to vote on it? That's what I'm down with. I feel like that's appropriate. Anyways, like I said, I don't believe in parties. I don't believe in pandering to people. I don't give a shit if people are think I don't toe a party line. I'm not interested. I believe in democracy. I believe in social safety nets. I believe that all governments should be ran in the way that it leaves itself open to pivot towards different styles of government. I believe that there's all kinds of interesting things that could be done when you spend your time instead focusing on solutions instead of problems. And I also think 1,000% that the Republican Party is filled with nothing but grifters, hateful ass people that know that they can control people with the fear of the other. I also know that. Thank you so much, Fantradeath, for those 10 memberships. Like I said, you were paying my rent tonight, fan. Thank you, fan. You know I appreciate you. I've always appreciated you. Thank you so much. Boku, you got a membership. You got a membership, Boku. You're all green and shit. Thank you, dude. I appreciate you so much, fan. And like I said, I'm a different voice than you're gonna hear on the majority of YouTube. Almost everybody that's on this shit, it's audience capture. It's I can't say something because if I do, I can't pay my rent. That's not me. I can pay my rent. I have a career. I'm very successful at what I do. I'm very good at what I do. I have no concerns about being able to continue to get up here and instead just honestly speak to you guys and tell you guys the things I think. And sometimes I'm going to be wrong, and I'm going to admit when I'm wrong. And sometimes I'm going to be right, and you guys are going to have to admit that you're wrong. But at the end of the day, like, I'm not up here for audience capture. I'm not concerned about whether or not people, are like, well, if you're not going to toe this line, then I'll leave. Okay, that's understandable. I still wish you the best. If you are somebody that comes on my channel, watches my stuff, and you're like, well, I'm, hardcore socialist. And if you're not going to say you're a hardcore socialist, then I won't follow you. That's fine, because we still have the same core fundamental values. We still believe that women have bodily autonomy. We still believe that all people in this country deserve equal rights. In fact, all people on this globe deserve equal rights. We all agree that people should be able to worship whatever religion they want as long as they're not extremists that harm others. We all agree that people shouldn't be discriminated against. We all agree that authoritarian dictatorship is bad. And if you don't follow me and you choose to go watch some other person's stuff, I still support you. I still support you. I hope that you have good things that happen to you. I hope that this country does a better job of taking care of you. And at no point are you ever going to find me to be a person that's going to sit up here and wish you ill because you disagreed with me on something. That is, we are all human beings, and if you agreed with me on everything, it'd be a fucking cult, and I'm not looking for cult members. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, fan, for those memberships. Let's watch. We got, my wife is gonna be home 10-ish minutes. I'm trying not to be on stream, so that way I can go and talk to my wife and stuff. So let's do one more video, because we've got to end it the right way. I miss Angela Knight too, Patty. I was just talking about Angela the other day, because I'm always trying to convince other content creators to do stuff I want to do. And Angela was one of those people that I was always trying to get to do my stupid ideas. I was like, hold on though, what if we did this? And she was finally like, okay, Ginger, I got shit to do. And she went and did real life. Okay. So somebody over on the Funny Clips channel, they're always suggesting videos to me. I love that. We watched the Ron James video the other day for them. We watched the Trump Goes to Greenland video the other day for them. I really appreciate all the Canadians over there on that channel that are always suggesting me new content to put on that channel. And somebody the other day had one of the best, most amazing videos for me to watch. And it is called Mark Carney Gets Nasty in the Oval Office by 22 Minutes. So I hope you guys are ready for this. I don't know what it is, but I was like, brother, just that title by itself, I'm definitely watching that video. So here we go. Hold on tight, because this is apparently Donald Trump and Mark Carney, and it's about to get nasty. Can he be as nasty as he wants to be? Should we call him Miss Jackson? Oh, I'm dying. I just need a minute. That was a little much. Okay. Oh, don't worry, Mr. Carney. We all think about it. We do. We all think about it. Well, that Middle East joke didn't age well, did it? That Middle East joke did not age well at all. I told you, guys, it's balance. It's all about balance. Life's about balance, guys. You laugh. You cry. Sometimes you think about hitting Donald Trump in the face with a hockey puck. Apparently, if you're Canadian, it's completely understandable. Is there a poly market on who becomes a 51st state? Is Venezuela the 51st state already? It's a solid question. Look, they have a pretty long history of authoritarian dictatorship. I could see that continue under Donald Trump. Also, do you guys remember when Donald Trump got that Nobel Peace Prize given to him by the lady that ran for president in Venezuela? She got the Nobel Peace Prize, and then she tried to pull the Apple trick, the FIFA trick, by giving Donald Trump her Peace Prize, and then she tried to fly back to Venezuela after Maduro was kidnapped, and Donald Trump and the U.S. administration made sure that she was not allowed back in the country. In fact, when she landed, I believe, in Denmark, they turned her plane around and made her leave. Yeah, it's pretty harsh. That's they're not interested. Like, Marco Rubio is the president of Venezuela, and Lil Marco finally got some power, and Lil Marco is not like, okay, Lil Marco, he's a president now. Okay, Jesus Christ, what a crazy timeline we live in, huh? Let's see. Do we have anything else before I go? We talk about anything else before I go? I think that's probably good. We've been on here for about 2 hours. That's a pretty good show for me. 2 hours nowadays. An old man. I almost had to take a nap like Donald Trump halfway through that bad boy. Almost tried to toss a Tic Tac in my mouth and hit myself in the face, then fell asleep, and then farted and made the Secret Service agent behind me look at me weird. Did you guys see that video? Did you guys see the video of the Secret Service agent behind Donald Trump where he gets the stinky face going? Yeah. That's our president. Hold on. Let's see. Unchecked democracy happened in ancient Greece. They took a vote each year, and they would exile the most unpopular person, which is generally... Yeah, that's why I say... you guys know I'm a fan of Aristotle. Aristotle was not a fan of pure democracy. I believe that the best government is a mishmash of many different forms of government, to be honest with you. Because just like in my business, if you try to run a business one way and you don't learn to pivot when things change, you're going to be managing a failing business. The way that I manage in business is I'm always open to new things. I'm always open to new people that come through the door, even though I've been with the business for 20 years, teaching me something that I didn't know. I think that it's very important that our politicians are flexible and that they're not beholden to one party or the other. And I think that at the end of the day, the best government that we can have is one that is democratic in the way that people get to vote if they choose to, but that social safety nets will exist, that the middle class is well taken care of, that people don't have to fear discrimination and have equal rights, that women have bodily autonomy, that the First Amendment is protected. And for those of you that know what the First Amendment is, actually know what the First Amendment is, not what Republicans attempt to make it out to be. You know what I support. I am a supporter of Second Amendment. However, I also believe in background checks. I believe that guns should be taken away from people that have committed acts of domestic violence. 2 women a day being killed in this country through domestic violence involving guns is way too many. A half of one, a quarter of one, way too many. The number should be 0. The number should be 0. I believe that if your name is in the Epstein files, you should be investigated, and if there's enough evidence, you should be put on trial, and if you are found guilty, you should go to prison no matter who you are, whether you're the president of the United States or you are some dude working at McDonald's. How I feel about that. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate all you guys for being here. Thank you for coming and checking this out. I don't know when I'll be on next because it's been just kind of like whenever I have time. But thank you, Fan. Thank you so much tonight, dude. I appreciate all the donations, Fan. Thank you for the memberships. I love seeing you guys with green names. As you guys well know, if you do want to support the stream, as most of these videos either get demonetized or only make about $1 anyways, you can support my stream by joining the Angry Ginger Army like Fan did. And you can also super chat, and if you can't afford to do that, which I completely fucking understand nowadays, you can just like and comment the videos that I repost here and share them with your friends and do the right thing and vote for the right people, and then you don't even need to like and comment. If you just vote for the right people, then we all have a good day. All right, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you guys, and I hope to see you next time.